The definition of an uptrend is clear on supply and demand imbalances. The demand areas are being respected, new demand is being formed, and supply areas are taken out, with an ascending trend line being respected as well. There are a couple of scenarios that we need to take into account in order to validate an uptrend as well, and we will cover these in a while. So let's take a look at the weekly chart on Oxygen. As you can see here, we've got a big rally. So here on this area over there, we've got an area of supply here. Okay, that was taken out, another area of supply. And why? Because we did have an ascending trend line over there broken. This one was the area that caused the break of the trend line. That one after the break of the trend line was retested there, and our price rallied. Okay, so new demand, this is another area, descending area, descending trend line, and then another one over there. So this is demand, brand new demand, brand new demand, brand new demand after the break of this area, brand new demand again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So in an uptrend, we do have all these areas of demand being created, all this, and then supply areas over there being removed. That is the definition of an uptrend according to supply and demand. Each time frame is independent, and we need to make a top-down analysis and apply the sequence rules in order to obtain the location, the right time frame where we are expected or we are allowed to go long. Okay, so once we break higher and higher, these are areas where we are supposed to take longs on lower time frames, on our entry time frames, daily, 4 hour, whatever time frame you are using for your triggers, for your trades. So the opposite is true for supply, for a downtrend. Then we've got this scenario where a new ascending trend line and one supply is taken out. We also need to remove the opposing area, as it is explained over here. So for example, this is an example over here. We've got a descending trend line over here, okay, connecting the latest two peaks, okay, and then dropped. Price is stalling here, doing nothing. And once we break higher than this high, this is valid supply. Why? Because it took out, it broke a trend line. Okay, so this is supply, price rallies and then removes that area of supply. That means that this area automatically, okay, is demand. Once that happens, we are allowed to throw an ascending trend line, okay, here. So we've got a valley over here. This is drop, base, rallies, drop, base, rally. We've got a V shape, a W, and we also need to break higher than this high in order to have a valley, two valleys, a W. Okay, so this is supply at the top. Once we get this area of supply validated after a brand new trend line and the opposing descending trend line broken, then we've got a new uptrend. Okay, as we can see in point number 1. Then we've got another scenario like two supply zones have been taken out without the possibility of drawing a new ascending trend line. And there, I believe we had an example on the daily over here. As you can see here, after we break lower and lower, we connect this ascending trend line over there, and then we've got a supply area over here, right there. Okay, and after that happens, this is supply because you remove demand over there. Okay, and even that one. So this is supply. So, but once we have a descending trend line broken and one supply area removed, that doesn't mean we have an uptrend. We just have consolidation. If we have one area of supply taken out, then we have consolidation. If we break the trend line, we've got consolidation. We need not only that, in order to have an uptrend, we need to break the trend line, remove one area of demand, and then at least have the possibility of drawing an ascending trend line or 3 CPs. So after we've removed this area of supply over there, then we've got 1 CP, and another one over here, and another one over there. So the uptrend would be considered once we get higher than this high in this scenario. And this scenario, we comply with a couple of rules, and that means that we don't have the possibility of drawing an ascending trend line until there. So once we remove one area of supply and another area of supply, then we consider automatically that time frame in an uptrend, because we can't, once two supply zones are taken out, okay, and no possibility of drawing a trend line, that means that we have an uptrend. Okay, there is no possibility to draw a trend line until there, after 3 CPs. Okay, or there, this is a draw base over there, another valley there. Okay, so that would be the trend line after this valley over there. Okay, so these are the small nuances. Okay, that's it for the uptrend.